Yeah, see, we're up this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It doesn't like that. What's up, everybody?
Hi.
Happy Friday. So we wanted to start doing something about trying to go live. And just kind of recap you guys on what's going on around here, give you an option to ask questions or talk to us. And we'll say, hello, hi Sarah. So, Zach doesn't have a lot of experience doing lives, but I do. So, ignore me if I'm going like this. The windows are open and the mosquitoes are coming in, and if I shriek, it's because a mouse has just ran across my feet. We have the cutest little mouse in this room. It's like this big, but it's freaking adorable. But I don't know. Let's see. What has been going on?
Well, we got the pig, Bacon.
Oh, yes. You guys got to hear about the shenanigans.
That was a huge debacle. We have never owned a pig before. We knew what we read online, but that did not prepare us for buying an adolescent pig. I think had we purchased a baby pig, things would have been much, much better, because that I could just pick up and move. But our pig was, the seller said 120 pounds. I think it's more than that. It's a pretty big pig. He's, I think, at least 150. And when he decides he's not going to move, he doesn't move.
No.
He puts his nose into the dirt, and he does not move. And the more you pull, the more you try and encourage him, the more stubborn he gets, to the point where he ended up running through, forcing his way through the electric fence. Mm-hmm. We had to turn it off and let him through because he was tangled up in it, because he was going to go through it whether he got shocked or not.
Yeah, so he was in the front yard, would not leave the front yard. And even though we tried to coax him with food or whatever, he didn't want to move. So we kind of set up a chute with the electric fence and had his food at one end and him down this end. And I think it was maybe too narrow for him, and he didn't want to go up, so he got all tangled in it. So he ran across the street down into a creek bed that was massively overgrown. And we're like, shit, like, what are we going to do now? We just spent $100. So we bought it for $100 first off, which I think is a really good deal for a pig.
Yeah, because usually babies are $100.
Yeah. So we're like, I'm just watching money run across the street into the river. And I'm just like, fuck. Okay, go talk to the neighbors. If he comes up into their yard, let us know. He's thinking, I'm going to figure out how to shoot this pig in the river. Well, then he got out of the river, and then there's a big hayfield across the street from us. So he got out on that, and well, they have mowed along the edge of the fence line, and the field that borders it is full of cows. So he got out there. I don't think he's ever seen a cow before, and he's just staring at it. The cows are freaking out, like, what is this thing? I don't know what it is, you know? And so Zach's like, what are we going to do? And it happened to be bedtime. So it was 8 o'clock, trying to put the kids to bed.
Kids are melting because they're worried that Bacon's run away.
Yeah. We're standing in the street. You know, I'm sure I think we're going to get hit. And we're just trying to, like, brainstorm, what are we going to do? So finally we just decided, well, there's nothing we can do. Let's go put the kids to bed, put some food out, and pray that he comes back. And so it was that. We got the kids to bed, we sat down and watched a show, and I went out to go pee, and I'm like, I see something. I see him. And sure enough, he's there. So we, in the middle of the night with our flashlights on our phone, we got the electric fence and electrofenced him in around the tree.
Then we let him sit there for a good 24 hours until evening was starting. It was getting cool. And let him with food, and he went right up to his new area. It was far easier than I ever expected it to be.
Yeah, we decided we're not going to put a rope around his neck because that is just like an instant. He doesn't want to do anything. So we read, you gently, tap him on the side of the belly. Don't hit him on the butt. You tap him on the side of their belly to get him. And I joked that it was easier to get him up to his spot than it is trying to get the chickens into the coop at night. So,
Speaking of chickens, we got 3 more chickens the other day. One of which, because they were only a day or 2 old, one of which did not make it. And 4 new guineas.
Yeah, so
new babies.
There's a joke. It's called chicken math. let's see. My thought is, well, we need 6 eggs a day to sustain the family, so we should get 6 chickens, and then it turns into 25. So, I mean, most of our chickens are dual purpose, so you can eat them and they'll produce eggs too. So we kind of got those because we haven't been able to just get meat chickens. And then, I bought the all black ones just because I thought, well, maybe one's a rooster and we can breed it. And then the guineas are for ticks, to help breed the ticks. And then we got 2 turkeys. One passed away. And so then I was thinking, well, we're thinking it's a boy. Well, if it's a boy, maybe we should buy a couple more, and then we could breed our own turkeys, and we just have a perpetual meat source. So, I'm just thinking, how to feed my family long term.
Especially with, they're predicting eggs to go up to close to $12 a dozen.
Yeah, I mean, that's
$1 an egg.
So stupid. So, I mean, you guys, if you're watching this thinking, hey, can I do this? If you're in the city or wherever, get some chickens. They're great, if you need eggs, if you need a constant source of protein, get some chickens. Start with chickens, because 12, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're around $4 or so here, especially when there was the outbreak of bird flu. I felt like the egg prices were really high, so. But, yeah. Hello, everybody. So we're just chatting. If you have questions, let us know. What's up, Mouth? How are you? If you have questions for us, throw them in the comments. We're reading the comments. But we're just kind of recapping you guys on what's going down. Let us know if you're watching the replay, if you're watching us live. We'd love to know how many people watch our replays too. Let's see. We've got a stomach bug going around the house. It started with Finley, and then it made its way to him, and then me. I feel fine. He's still dealing with it. We don't know if Kaylee has gotten it yet. Maybe she has, but she's kind of acted a little off today, so I think maybe she's gotten it. So.
Yeah, it didn't hit any of you nearly as hard as it's hit me.
But we made some new friends. We're excited about hanging out with them a little more. I don't know if you ever watch any YouTube videos and YouTube channels on homesteading. A family you really should watch. It's called Stiver's Homestead. And they're a really cool couple. They got 2 little kids like us. We went to their open house for their new farm store and hit it off. So we went to the water park with them. And he had to leave early for a CVMA meeting. And it was not warm. We've gotten used to the weather here, so it was only 80. And we were all freezing. Poor Finley was just shivering at the water park. And Kaylee didn't nap, and she got up super early because kids, if you have plans, they know it, and they're gonna ruin it. So she woke up at 5:30 that day and needed a nap. So we didn't get to hang out with them as much, but we're excited to actually have some possible friends with children that kind of have the same lifestyle as us. So, all right, Sarah, I'm gonna try and read your. How's the garden? So I dropped my phone, and of course it landed on a rock. So I can see this far. I can use this far of my phone and up, but I have this white bar. It's right across your thing. Okay, so soil, Sarah, a garden is good. So I ended up doing raised beds for everything because I knew we had clay. So down the road, 4 or 5 miles, is a cute little soil farm plant store. So they have mulch and dirt and stuff. So when we first went there, they had compost. So we got some compost and dirt and started filling up our beds with that. And then we went back and he's like, oh no, I only get 1 load of compost, and when it's gone. But you can have just soil, So I didn't realize he's literally just digging it out of the ground. He's digging it up and then scooping it and putting it in my trailer. So I'm getting chunks of cement and cans and weeds and these things called air potatoes. So I was like, oh man, it's weird. There's potatoes in this dirt. It's a weed, and it's a vine, and it grows everywhere. I don't know if it's kudzu. I don't know. There's something that takes over all over here. But so now I have all these weeds in my garden because these little potato pieces are potatoes, regular potatoes,